Belzer and Winslow here to remind you to vote for your favorite video of the decade that will be played on an upcoming Friday Night Video show. So send your letters to
Friday Night Videos, greatest videos of the decade.
P.O. Box 880, Radio City Station, New York, New York, 10101. Letters, postcards, no diplomatic pouches, please.
Crayons accepted.
Hi, we're Penn and Teller. We got a movie opening today called Penn and Teller Get Killed. But right now you're going to watch a video by Cher called If I Could Turn Back Time, I Guess I'd Be Working with Sonny. What are you doing? How come everything around here is blue? Hi, we're Penn and Teller on Friday Night Videos, and for goodness sake, stay tuned.
Shine a light on you, shine a light on me. Keep your light shining for everyone to see.
Every day, more and more people are getting together over an ice-cold Bud Light.
Well, you can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right. 'Cause everything else is just a light. Just keep your Bud Light shining. Everything else is just a light. Bud Light shine on. Everything else is just...
Like so many American chocolate lovers, I was relieved to hear about Hershey's Bar None. Its unique combination of chocolate wafers, chocolate cream, peanuts, and pure milk chocolate make Bar None the supreme chocolate extravaganza. Bar None, but will it satisfy the chocolate beastie lurking in us all?
It's the biggest show of its kind west of Chicago. It's more than a fishing and boat show. The 1989 annual West Coast Sports, Fitness, and Recreation Show takes place Thursday through Sunday at the Oakland Coliseum. See hundreds of seminars, demonstrations, and commercial exhibits. Attend seminars by professional fishermen, hunters, fitness instructors, snow skiing experts, nutritionalists, and more. Get special one-time show prices. It's the West Coast Sports, Fitness, and Recreation Show at the Oakland Coliseum, Thursday, September 21st through Sunday, September 24th.
Keith and I have been married over 20 years. He's a wonderful guy, terrific at his job, a great husband and father. But I'm afraid. He started drinking a lot more after work. I feel like I'm losing him and I just don't know what to do.
The good life has its pitfalls. If you or someone you love is falling prey to alcoholism or drug abuse, ask for help. Call 696-5544, the Mills Peninsula Chemical Dependency Center.
Hi, we're Penn and Teller, and the next video is called Kisses on the Wind. Yeah, I'd rather have Nana Cherry.
We'll be back in a moment with Prince, a special appearance by Roxette, Milli Vanilli, and Babyface.
Hi, we're Penn and Teller, and stay tuned for Friday Night Videos.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Meet the 1990 Geo.
Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me.
In the 70s, you got to know a small car company called Toyota. In the 80s, Honda. Today, the 90s begin, and we invite you to get to know Geo.
Getting to know you.
At your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Rick tends to fade by the 7th inning. His toothpaste, long before. I am the Colgate Wisdom Tooth. So I know he needs Colgate Tartar Control. Colgate fights tartar buildup so well, his mouth will feel fresh and tingly, even into extra innings. So for lasting refreshment, try Colgate. Anything else is out. Colgate Tartar Control, the wise choice.
I'm tired of us sinners getting no recognition. I played 13 seasons in front of millions of fans, made All-Pro twice, and started in 3 Super Bowls. Yet no one knows who I am. Hey, even if I'm not well known, at least my beer is. Miller Lite. An All-Pro center doesn't want some watered-down version of a regular beer. I want the less filling beer that tastes great.
Excuse me.
Let me get that.
Hey, aren't you Randy Cross?
It's well known. When it's Miller Lite, less filling tastes great. Enjoy extra sugar-free gum.
Come on.
You get
Extra refreshing flavor that keeps coming through. Extra sugar-free gum lasts an extra, extra long time for you.
Sugar-free Extra is unsurpassed in fighting cavities. That's right, unsurpassed in fighting cavities. And Extra has NutraSweet.
Extra refreshing flavor that keeps coming through. Extra sugar-free gum lasts an extra, extra, extra long time for you.
Extra helps fight cavities and lasts extra long.
It's a Sunday special. Look who's in charge at NBC. Your favorite stars are in trouble when Alf takes over the network. Then what could be hotter than the season premiere of Sister Kate?
I know some place hotter, but I don't think you would like it there.
Then the premiere of My Two Dads, Michael's big news.
I met a very lovely woman. We're getting married.
It's all Sunday.
Hello, I'm Rita Channon. Are you just hitting your stride and ready to enjoy life? Hitting Stride will help you do it. Saturday at 6 on Channel 4.
Your local Ford dealer is taking the West by storm with clearance deals on America's family vehicle, Ford Aerostar. Buy any Aerostar and get $500 cash back from Ford. That's $500 cash back on the roomy, aerodynamic Ford Aerostar. But you better buy an Aerostar now to take advantage of these once-a-year clearance deals that are blowing the competition off the road.
Matthews wants you to enjoy the great outdoors. So when you get audio video like
Complete Sanyo Portable Music System $198.
You got a bike!
Alpine Removable Car CD Player $598. Derringer Car Alarm System with Remote $398.
You got a bike!
good weather's here, there's no better time to get a bike.
Car installation same day or it's free. Only at Matthews, 6400 Mission Street, top of the hill, Daly City.
Watch Home Turf Saturday mornings at 9:30 on TV4.
Hi, we're Penn and Teller, and there's two things that I never get enough of. That's right, Prince and Batman. Here's Prince playing the character of the Joker from that famous movie based on a t-shirt. Hi, we're Penn and Teller. We got a new movie out opening today called Penn and Teller Get Killed. Here's a clip from it, and see the whole thing in a theater. That's the way it works.
I'm glad you showed up. Put on a tank. I'm going to show you a great new bit. I'm sawing Teller in half underwater. Doesn't the blood look way cool? It's Teller's same formula. I also cut and restore his air hose.
Show's over, guys. We got our man.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I took him in myself.
We want proof.
We don't do that head on the platter thing much anymore.
You stay tuned because soon blood will drip through these holes.
Try TCBY non-fat frozen yogurt at your nearby TCBY store and say goodbye to ice cream. After all, what have you got to lose?
All the pleasure, none of the guilt. TCBY.
Force equals mass times acceleration. Power equals work divided by time, equals energy return, equals the physics behind the physiques, equals rebar.
Roger, sometimes I wish you were a fish.
Coast, the scent opens your eye. Coast lather, spirits start to rise. Coast is the way to make you feel alive.
Roger, want to go to the park?
Coast, feel alive with Coast.
You asked for it.
Melody got it.
A year in clearance on America's Most Wanted. This weekend, ask for Toyota trucks from $62.45.
Melody got it.
Ask for Camrys from $97.45.
Melody's got it.
Ask for Tercels from $58.45.
Melody's got it.
It's Melody's year-end clearance sale this Saturday and Sunday only.
Melody's got it! Melody Toyota.
Melody Toyota, San Bruno.
When you and 4 friends get together, miracles really can happen.
The power of people. It's amazing how a small group can make a big difference in the Bay Area. And that's what 4 Friends is all about.
Thanks to volunteers, this once empty room is now filled with warmth and happiness for homeless families. You can be one of 4 friends. Call 1-800-CARE-123 or pick up a registration card at your local Safeway store.
Hi, my name is Penn with partner Teller. We are Penn and Teller. We got a new movie out called Penn and Teller Get Killed, and this is Roxette.
Hi, I'm Per.
Hello, and I am Marie.
This is our new video.
It's called Listen to Your Heart.
Those violent Swedes, huh? No, I can do this without wearing pants. Hi, my name is Penn. This is my partner Teller, and you're probably wondering why the hell are we hosting Friday night videos? Because we want you to see our movie, Penn and Teller Get Killed. Watch this. Ta-da! Neat, huh? Too bad we couldn't do it live. We need this blue card. It's blue and you can't see it. Here's Milli Vanilli with Girl, I'm Gonna Miss Ya. Hi, we're Penn and Teller on Friday Night Videos. Stay tuned.
A dry idea. A dry idea. Dry idea.
Did you ever notice that the drier something is, the cleaner it is?
A dry idea. A dry idea. Dry idea.
That's why nothing keeps you drier than dry idea. So you feel clean, really clean. Dry idea, our idea of clean.
Ruffles. Ruffles have ridges. Oh, try these. Ranch? Ruffles have ranch? You can't say it, can you? You all right? Ruffles have ranch ridges. Or ranch ruffles really have ridges. Ranch ruffles really have ridges. Someday maybe they'll have a Roquefort ridges. I think you've lost it. Rutabaga.
Try new ranch-flavored Ruffles potato chips. The taste will get you talking.
Rock candy ruffles. That's what I would like. Rock candy
Ruffles have ridges.
Harry, if you don't want to end up in court, you better send a child support.
I'm calling about your son Grover. You better send money. His ski trip's over.
Send the money now, you dig? Or we won't make our next gig.
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 13,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less.
Cruising.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
Jump on your boogie board, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff, pull it out. The taste is gonna move ya when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move ya. Your juice is soft, it gets right to ya. Juicy fruit, the taste is gonna move ya.
Hi, Penn and Teller. Friday Night Videos. Babyface. It's no crime.
Dry is bold and wet. The taste of dry is less sweet. Michelob Dry. Brewed longer, so taste after taste, there's just no aftertaste. Michelob Dry. Bold taste with no aftertaste.
Oh, I'm cracking up, Doc. I'm obsessed with getting into a Fifth Avenue candy bar.
I see.
To be part of those crunchy layers of peanut butter, to be smothered in Hershey's pure milk chocolate.
An edible complex.
Oh, I hate myself. Why can't I be peanut butter? Why can't I be part of a Fifth Avenue candy bar? Why, Doc? Why?
Simple. Because you're a nut. Fifth Avenue, it's everything it's cracked up to be.
It's the biggest show of its kind west of Chicago. It's more than a fishing and boat show. The 1989 annual West Coast Sports, Fitness, and Recreation Show takes place Thursday through Sunday at the Oakland Coliseum. See hundreds of seminars, demonstrations, and commercial exhibits. Attend seminars by professional fishermen, hunters, fitness instructors, snow skiing experts, nutritionalists, and more. Get special one-time show prices. It's the West Coast Sports, Fitness, and Recreation Show at the Oakland Coliseum, Thursday, September 21st through Sunday, September 24th.
Elvin! Meet Bob Jr. Call me Junior.
Bob Jr. Meet Elvin Jr.
Call me Junior, too.
Junior, too!
Just Junior.
Elvin, Junior, care for a Junior Mint? Rich chocolatey outside.
Cool minty inside.
The perfect balance of chocolate and mint.
I wouldn't mind some more Juniors, Junior.
Well, my Juniors are your Juniors. So, Junior, what do you do?
A Finkel, Frankel, Birkenberg.
Junior partner!
Chocolatey minty Junior Mints.
Thanks a lot. We're Penn and Teller. Hope you enjoyed Friday night videos. And I want to tell you that our new movie is called Penn and Teller Get Killed. Please see it now because there won't be no sequel. Oh, is this a dagger I see before me? No, it's just my stupid partner Teller wrapped up in a blue schmata. Gee. Good night.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
I gotta go.
It's the 15th anniversary special, Sunday.
The Raiders. The Broncos. Sunday.
Matthews wants you to enjoy the great outdoors, so when you get audio video like
Programmable home compact disc player, $198.
You got a bike!
Clarion AM/FM car compact disc player, $698.
You're like a bicicleta!
Truck speakers with box for added sound, $228.
You got a bike!
good weather's here. There's no better time to get a bike.
Car installation same day or it's free. Only at Matthews, 6400 Mission Street, top of the hill, Daly City.
Steve Podler before Nutrisystem. Steve Podler after Nutrisystem.
I lost 110 pounds in 6 months. I was working in a hospital and I saw what being overweight can do to a person medically, so I decided to call Nutrisystem. I feel much better about myself now. I see a skinnier me. I see myself as being more healthy. When I look in the mirror now, I see the best person I can be.
Lose up to 20 pounds for $49 or all the weight you want for only $99 more. Call now.
What can we do about it, do you think?
I don't know, because drugs is like everywhere. I mean, you see them looking on the ground for drugs and their kids at home crying and everything.
That was from a recent News Center 4 special, in which Bay Area kids reacted to President Bush's speech on drugs. You couldn't help but be moved by what they had to say, as well as impressed by the need for more anti-drug programs in their schools. If you'd like to help set one up, call 415-939-6666.
The year was 1781. 5 bloody years of war between Britain and her American colonies would soon end. But it would take a true peacemaker to bring Imperial Britain and young America to an agreement. The peacemaker who would strike the treaty we live by today was Benjamin Franklin, who began this historic assignment at the age of 75.
Aging, the potential for greatness. Support the Council on Aging of Santa Clara County, Incorporated.
You're watching KRON-TV, Channel 4. From the News Center for Northern California, Suzanne Shaw, Bob Jimenez, Mark Thompson's Neighborhood Weather, and Gary Ratnich with sports. Now, News Center 4 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. The city of Charleston, South Carolina, closed to outsiders and under curfew at this hour. There has been some sporadic looting in the city hardest hit by Hurricane Hugo, damage estimated at $1 billion, and it is not hard to believe. There are few words to describe all the destruction. One resident used this one: gone. This morning, the streets were still filled with water lapping up the sides of historic buildings. This boat, perched on a main street, gives you some kind of idea of Hugo's power. Trees were toppled on cars in just about every neighborhood.
So I've been through storms, but not like this one.
Just about everything along a 100-mile path was damaged. Here are the front steps of one home. The foundation was pushed 2 blocks away. At least 12 deaths are being blamed on Hugo. President Bush has declared most of South Carolina a disaster area. Hugo hit Charleston first and moved north toward Myrtle Beach. Along the way, it devastated the barrier islands. The small spits of land were the most vulnerable. 90% of the homes on one island were damaged.
It's pretty devastating. It's sad.
At this marina, the boats look like toys stacked 5 or 6 high. This couple walked the beach trying to find their home, but it was gone. And that was the story in Myrtle Beach. Homes swept from foundations, others simply crushed.
Like a nice parking lot here now. That's about it. But it's not worth rebuilding.
What a day, what a storm. At least 900,000 people are without power in the Carolinas tonight, and many are also having trouble getting some water. Authorities say it may take at least a week now to restore power and purify the drinking water.
And in addition to the property damage, Bob, Hurricane Hugo left behind some frightening memories. We have reaction now from just some of the people of South Carolina who survived the storm's wrath.
At first, I thought it was going to be just a heavy thunderstorm. And then as we continuously sitting in, and we realized that it was going to be, a whole lot worse than a thunderstorm. And after it got here, I sort of wished that I went to a shelter, but it was too late then to try and move my family. So we just basically sought through it and prayed to the Lord and asked the Lord to let it pass. To me, it sounded like a train. That train was really coming through the trailer park. I wanted to cry just because, to see the place being so torn up, and just thanking God that we made it through it.
I never seen nothing like this. I never been in one this bad. I know, every time it comes, it turn around or go the other way, but this time it came here, Charleston.
We had 9 vessels, shrimp boats that were tied up behind one of our other 110-foot patrol boats. When the storm hit, they started sinking one by one.
Do not, I repeat, do not return to Charleston County.
Why not?
Because of the devastation that has taken place. We're going to need some time to open up road systems, to provide some services to the areas. If they came back, they couldn't get into their subdivisions or their residential communities. So I repeat, do not come back home.
President Bush described Hugo as the worst disaster he's ever seen anywhere, and today declared South Carolina a federal disaster area. Now, this clears the way for federal aid that could include temporary housing, grants, low-cost loans, and cost-sharing with local governments as they remove debris and make repairs.
Incidentally, equipment from the U.S. now in place to restore Puerto Rico's water supplies knocked out by Hugo earlier this week. But officials say it's going to take at least a day or two to install the equipment and restore the water service. This is a special concern for the children on the island who have been drinking dirty water, even though that is very dangerous.
They have to drink sometimes some of that water.
They're drinking that water.
Drinking that water.
Aren't you afraid they're going to get sick?
Yes, I am. We all are.
Medical supplies are being rushed to all parts of the island to prevent outbreaks of cholera and dysentery.
Hurricane Hugo also managed to cause problems at San Francisco International today. Flights to Charleston, South Carolina and Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina were delayed or canceled altogether. And 1-hour delays to and from many East Coast cities were common due to the heavy rain. Mark Thompson will have more on Hugo and its effects later on in weather.
Well, a mistake by an inexperienced co-pilot is the likely cause of the crash of a U.S. Air Flight 5050 in New York. The co-pilot, shown emerging from the wreckage on Wednesday night, had never been in a 737 until then, and he was flying the aircraft. Investigators say when the plane was accelerating for takeoff, he apparently pushed the wrong button.
The co-pilot was flying the aircraft. The co-pilot initiated the throttle movement but he pushed the auto throttle disconnect button instead of the auto throttle engage button.
Now that caused the plane to decelerate. The pilot then took over and tried unsuccessfully to abort the takeoff. Investigators have criticized the cockpit crew for not submitting to blood alcohol test, even though they're not required by law.
In another deadly crash, another teenager has died from injuries in yesterday's Texas school bus accident, bringing the toll there to 20. As the small border town of Alton held a memorial service for the victims, Transportation Safety Board investigators started their probe. They found no evidence to support a truck driver's claim that his brakes failed. The truck hit the bus and knocked it into the quarry filled with water.
He was 101 years old and just fell asleep. A family member describing the death in New York today of an American institution. Songwriter Irving Berlin. Berlin wrote hit after hit, even though he once said no composer has more than a dozen good tunes in his system. Here's John Hart's tribute to Irving Berlin when he turned 100 last year.
Come on here, Alexander Franklin Band. Come on here.
If there ever was a man who was his work, it's Irving Berlin. Of all the other things he is, rabbi's son, grade school dropout, blind man's guide, singing waiter, theater owner, investor, toast of the town, what he really is always making up songs. At least 3,000 of them.
Nothing but blue skies do I see. Hey, bluebirds, singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long.
Irving Berlin was the kid who only finished the second grade and couldn't read music and who wrote the show business anthem.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.
The rabbi's son who wrote the Easter song.
In your Easter bonnet with all the frills upon it.
The Jewish kid who wrote the Christmas song.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
The kid from East Russia who wrote the second national anthem.
God bless America.
There are 2,000 Irving Berlin songs we haven't heard yet, still in trunks somewhere. Jerome Kern said, Berlin has no place in American music. He is American music.
Through the night with a light from above.
A lot of customers think that the more money they spend, the higher the quality they're going to get. And that's not necessarily true. There are many customers for whom the appropriate garment is not the most expensive, but possibly the least expensive. Possibly it's in the middle of our price ranges. And it is your job as professional clothing men and women to match the correct garment for each individual customer that we have.
When I was asked to join a volunteer chain letter called Four Friends, I thought it might just be another cute idea. But it's turned out to be a lot more than that. People who've never volunteered before are stepping forward, helping to save our coastline, and having fun doing it. You could be one of those people. When four friends get together, miracles really can happen.
To become one of Four Friends, call 1-800-CARE-123 or pick up a registration card at your local Chevron station.
Generally fog and low clouds give way to sunshine through the weekend. Sunday, maybe you're...
Nothing giant. Winding and all, you better sit down.
Site for these Nimitz computers, I'm afraid, though, Lloyd. You gotta stop.
With exclusive film and live coverage.
You know a place is special when 5.5 million people are living on a fault line and no one's leaving. If it goes on here, it goes on 4.
Crisis plans had to be made today for emergency patients in the East Bay. It is the result of a sick-out by medical technicians at busy Highland Hospital in Oakland. Wilson Van Oss has been on the story all night. Wilson, what's the latest?
Well, Suzanne, the big question was how long that sick-out would last, and we got word just a couple of minutes ago here at the union headquarters following a long marathon bargaining session that they will indeed be back at work tomorrow morning. For 16 hours today, the East Bay's busiest trauma center was closed. The most dramatic impact of a walkout that also forced Highland Hospital to postpone elective surgery and prepare, if necessary, to transfer patients needing x-rays to other hospitals. The striking technicians said they wanted more pay, 10% more than they received in a contract settlement just a few days ago. But more than money, the technicians said they wanted better working conditions, meaning also, they said, better care for their patients. In a meeting that started 5 hours ago, County Health Director David Kears told a committee of strikers he could talk about workplace issues, but salaries are a matter for the Board of Supervisors. That meeting lasted for more than 4 hours, and when it was over, Kears said,
I think what we needed to do is there's been a lot of issues over a long period of time, and we needed to have a chance to go over those, to go in depth over some of those issues, and to get some ideas about how we'd move to solve them. What we don't want to be so specific tonight is because we got a lot of work to do. And we know that we have a lot of work to do, and we don't want to preempt that what has to come. But I think what we've done tonight is build a working relationship for which some of the other solutions will emerge from. And that's what we try to accomplish tonight.
the main thing we have to know is that the ambulances will be rolling back to Highlands starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Bob, Suzanne, back to you.
And staffing will be normal, Wilson?
We expect everything to go back to normal. While those negotiations go on, there still is the threat of anything could happen from here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilson. Young cancer patient Alex Vlahos is resting comfortably tonight after undergoing a bone marrow transplant in Seattle today. This very brave 6-year-old Hillsboro boy was actually walking around during the procedure. He received the bone marrow through a catheter and was not in any pain. At least he said he was feeling okay. His mother said it seemed almost uneventful after all the waiting. Alex's donor was a distant cousin who is close to a perfect match. Alex will spend about 100 days at this cancer center in Seattle, and it may take months before the family knows whether the transplant was a success.
Even narcotics cops who thought they'd seen it all are shocked by this one. This daycare center in Berkeley and 2 other centers nearby allegedly were fronts for a drug operation. It's believed some of the children may have been used as couriers. Police said several South Berkeley street dealers who got their supplies from the centers were arrested. Licenses of the places have been lifted.
Critics say that President Bush wasn't telling all when he made his anti-drug speech to the nation a couple of weeks ago. You may remember that the president right here held up a bag of crack cocaine saying federal agents bought it in a park across the street from the White House. But now it's learned that agents lured the crack dealer to the park so Mr. Bush could make a point. The president didn't apologize.
The man went there and sold drugs in front of the White House, didn't he? That was the bottom line. That's what the man did, and he was arrested for it, and I hope he's arrested for it. I don't know. See, I can't feel sorry for this fellow.
The dealer was not arrested. Agents let him go, hoping, they said, he'd lead them to someone bigger later on.
A U.S.-Soviet breakthrough today. Secretary of State Baker and Soviet Foreign Minister Shevardnadze reached an important agreement during arms control